Yo, what's poppin' guys? Sizzle here. Welcome back to How's the HUD, and in this episode we're gonna be taking a look at KBNHud by Jötunn. Don't actually know if that's how you say the name, I just thought that sounded kinda right. It also sounded kinda cool, so yeah, that works. But yeah, one of the craziest looking menus we've seen of any HUD. Most of the other HUDs we've seen so far are like hyper simplified, and this is like the opposite of that. We have the world's biggest buttons I've ever seen on any menu like this, and then the floating coin in the middle. You gotta have the floating coin in the middle. It's essential to be able to flip the floating coin. But yeah, we have a captions button, so I'm gonna turn on captions. Normally have them off in here, but you know, why not? Create a server, start local server, running TR new bots. Interesting, I don't know what that is, but that's probably cool to have installed. I started a walkway server is pretty sick. I know a lot of people would love to have that. It's like a little warm-up map for a lot of people. You got the Steam Workshop, Demo UI 1 and 2. That's pretty neat to have both of. Contractor, you got the Twitch button. This is like the first HUD that still has the Twitch button, which is pretty neat. Community server browser pops up just fine. It's got like bluish, grayish colors instead of the normal colors. Got your options, advanced options, the item source, just the shop, I'm assuming, which is slightly customized. It's got like the same bluish colors to go with stuff. That's pretty neat. And inventory, this is completely custom as well. We got all the different class icons. I'm assuming this is backpack. Custom backpack. I don't think it looks particularly great, but it is big. Like, this is like almost two times the size of the default like backpack size, it feels like. It's not actually. I don't like how on the bottom though, when it goes from 1 to 60, there's now just a bunch of extra space here on the right. And for those of you who didn't know, TF2 backpacks max out at 60 pages. Like, I have the max backpack space, which is actually partially a problem because it means I have these two untradeable backpack expanders, which I can't use. Or I can use. What? Since when? Since when has that been possible? Oh, 4,000 spaces maximum. Well, that would explain things. I learned so much in these HUD videos, man. I've been holding on to these for 2 years. I haven't used these in 2 years because I swear 3,000 used to be the max, but maybe they updated it. That's pretty cool. Now I have 4 extra spaces. I might have to reorganize my backpack and move stuff around. But yeah. Either way, the big backpack slots are pretty neat though. It's pretty nice visually. Loadout wise, everything's a little bit bigger here as well. It's a lot more isolated and bigger. Instead of a gray background, we have a black background, which is pretty neat, but the character gets cut off on the side, which is really weird. Not really sure how to feel about that. We have items and taunts written as text. Interesting design decision. The blue and red buttons working fine. A pretty interesting menu. I don't know why it's all so big, but it is pretty neat. We got the link back to download it in the top left with the Discord server attached as well. And then only a play button is the quit button's over here. It's like away from the play button. That's a good thing. That's a good design. We got a custom select game mode thing. Oh, this is completely custom. This is sick. This is a nice sleek custom design. This all looks pretty good. I like this. Maybe a little too simple at times, but that's okay. It's cool and it's custom. Yeah, pretty interesting menu. I feel like it's almost too big for its own good. I don't like completely hyper simple HUDs like Bud HUD, but I also don't like HUDs like this personally, where they're, I don't know, this is like simply complex. Like, it's very isolated, it feels like. Like, the main menu itself is like 30 buttons almost aligned randomly, but when you click on any one of them, they open up like sub-menus that have like 30 buttons, and then you open one more and there's like another sub-menu, and it covers your entire screen. Like, the ability to only access like 1 or 2 things at a time is a bit unfortunate. But yeah, keys have been going weirdly slow recently, so I guess I'll see you whenever a game pops. We do have the little blue-red thing, but if you click it, it becomes bigger than the screen and goes off the top, which is interesting. And I was gonna say so see in a sec, but now we're finding a game, so no, never mind, I guess. Unfortunately, no loading screen on this HUD. I don't know, maybe I'm weird for liking loading screens, but I love seeing the little map stamp details whenever I load in. There's some HUDs that have other custom things, but those HUDs are... I don't remember if I've seen them in a minute. There's like an old school character selector. Like this is what I would see in with CS Source. Forgot which game. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, I didn't expect to see this when I actually clicked on it. So we got chat with custom font in the top left. We have the kill feed doing something in the top right. And then we have the characters and like people with names and health bars on the bottom, which is super interesting. The blue is over health, as I just found out. And then when you damage yourself, this has the yellow health, and this has the red health. If this was at the top with all the same visuals, this is inspirational. This is the exact type of thing I would want in my final HUD. Right? As I've been doing this series, I've been slowly thinking of like what parts from good HUDs I would take and then kind of mash together. This right here, this takes the simple approach from Bud HUD, but keeps a lot of like the character of the TF2 classes and the name tags and all that. If I just had them on the top instead of the bottom, because I don't like having them on the bottom personally, it feels kind of weird. Maybe that's because every other HUD's had it on the top, but either way, it feels weird to me. But that's cool, right? I can see that the soldier's low health, I can see other soldiers have health. Like, that is nice to have instant access to. But yeah. The health and the ammo toward the center are almost seem like a tiny bit small. And that is clearly by design, but I'm not sure if I like it. And then the 3D character model in the bottom left is just looking off to the side. I don't like that. I think that's how it is by default in TF2. Like, I think that just means it's unconfigured by the mod creator. But that is a bit unfortunate. We do also have the damage done next to our health. Like, you see the minus 36 right next to my health bar. But not the damage incoming or anything like that, which is interesting. The spectate screen, see, the item inspect is actually pretty neat. It's got like a little half, I guess, transparent border around it. Not like fully, but it's like partially transparent border around it, which is pretty neat. But it also covers the thing because it's on the bottom now, which is why I partially don't like that being there. This also has the same problem as, I forgot what other HUD had this issue, but the payload, there's no payload. Like, when I look at the bottom of my screen, there's no physical payload, there's just like a blue bar that's filling up and has X1 or X2 or just nothing on it. Which is, like, not ideal. I like seeing a payload thing on the payload. I know I'm very weird for that, but that's how I feel. Unfortunate for whoever died of that random crit. Wow, he actually reflected that. Did not think he would. I don't know if it was cosmetics or what, but I really thought I'd be safe there. Oh, what the hell? I'm just like jumping from danger to danger. But yeah, the kill thing, there's no info about what weapon killed me, it looks like, which is kind of weird. The kill feed is pretty tiny as well on the top right. Yeah. But when I inspect people's weapons and stuff, it works fine, so, you know, that's not bad. And, like, I do like the... I don't know if I like this custom font as much as... I forgot what other HUD I said I like the custom font on, but the custom font is very nice, the one they use on the health and the ammo count here. Like, it's pretty clean. It's very hard to go wrong with that. Damn, no random crit there. I only get carried every second kill, unfortunate. Yeah, when I press escape here, you can click this like the damage color just outright. I do like the HUD options just clearly available like that. But I turned closed captions on, there's none, so I'm assuming that's just doing the console command to toggle it, not actually toggling it. Got new items. Where's the message of the day, actually, now that I think about it? They have it. You can disable chat and voice chat easily. Net graph, match HUD, call a vote. You got the fix invisible players thing. That's actually really nice to have, because that's common enough. This is mainly just an issue in competitive TF2, but if you play any competitive TF2, that is a real problem you'll come across pretty often. But yeah, not too much more to talk about. Like, I don't like how most of the HUD is centralized toward the bottom. Because I look at the bottom when I want to look for ammo and health, and then when I see all this other shit, it's like really distracting. If I want to see the health of my teammates and stuff and how long we have till respawn, I generally look toward the top. I don't know if I'm like that because I've been trained by all the other HUDs and the default HUD and everything else I've used, but one way or another, that is the preference I have. I like the inspect thing though. Like that inspect thing, first off the bottom thing, if this was at the top, it'd be sick, and second off, when I inspect somebody, and like, it pops with that little gradient border around the thing, and all that, I don't know, the coloring, positioning, everything's done really well there. But everything else about this HUD is way too tiny. Hello.
Hello? Hello, everyone? Hello? Hello? Can you guys hear me? I want to make sure that I can be heard. Hello? Hello? Hello, team. It's good to be here. I'm very excited to be here. I love playing Team Fortress 2, even if I'm new.
Wow. I've been getting some
TF2,
crazy random crits this game.
When I play TF2, I like to... Oh, we lost. Hello, everyone. Hello. A lot of you are just hearing me for the first time. We lost. We lost the game. It's very
How do I beat a player?
Okay, good. Good.
Where is that actually?
Hello, everyone. Hello, Team 4, and the game's over. I hope I have all of you on my team in the next game. Vote for Upward. I have something very important to tell you.
Change scoreboard.
I've been playing TF2 for a while. This is just a different account that I own.
Okay, I'm not about to hear this guy's life story. Wonder what change scoreboard meant. That was kind of interesting. Yeah, end screen stuff looked good there. The HUD itself looked solid enough, but like I said, a lot of it I felt was placed weird. A lot of it was kind of weirdly small. Not like so small that I couldn't read it, which was a problem I had with more HUD, but still a little bit small for my taste. I like having it a little bit bigger. I mean, there's not really any downside to having something easier to read other than that it takes up more screen real estate. It also feels kind of contradictory when the main menu looks like this with the biggest buttons I've ever seen. Speaking of main menu, I do love the background for this. Like the nice snowy mountain, like in the middle of nowhere. Little cabin on top. It's super clean. But yeah, overall, pretty good HUD. Pretty solid. Very weird. Like a lot of weird choices made in this one for sure. But still pretty solid all around. Pretty hard to go wrong with. I'll probably give it a nice 3 out of 5. It's a good HUD. Definitely worth using. I could see why people would like this one. Why it's pretty heavily downloaded.